Just welcome everyone, and then we can say goodbye. Yeah,
so we got news today for the project.
Similar to what he's highlighting it, while also connecting it. That's
It's another one of those classes that you've got the two extremes.
I want to welcome you all here tonight. I want to, first and foremost, I want to show you a video. It's about a 4-minute video. It's a prize that the City of Fall River received called Roadmaps to Health. Before we show the video, I want to thank the wonderful staff over at Durfee and the youth that spent hours and hours making the wonderful food that we just ate. So I want to thank them. They're doing a great job. It was led by Chef Bertoncini. So Chef, great job. Is he right over there? Yeah. They got to get going, so I just wanted to recognize them before they.
Winning the Roadmaps to Health Prize really recognizes the community's efforts over the past number of years on addressing some of the most challenging health problems that we have here. The health of this community is very much reflective of the Commonwealth. Fall River is a working class community. It's been a mill town for the past 150 years. We struggle with employment issues here along with poor economy.
One of the things that's amazing about Fall River is the community collaboration that exists here. We've been able to bring together a coalition that doesn't look at just one problem, be it health, poverty, lack of education, lack of community support, good housing, a job. All of that leads to having a healthy community. Although many communities have clinics, what makes this so extraordinary is the fact that in one building we were able to bring a variety of different organizations and the pharmacy and place it in the neighborhood in Fall River that needs it the most.
Again, I want to congratulate all of you for an excellent job in receiving this award and this recognition. So, great job. Is the Youth Service Director for the City of Fall River, Christian McCluskey.
Good evening, and thank you very much for coming. Tonight we're here to officially celebrate our recognition for being designated one of the 100 best communities for young people. In addition, for the second year in a row, we are announcing live our Youth of the Year. And ultimately, this is a special day in which we're all coming together for youth. This day was picked specifically so that this way it will hit the papers tomorrow on Absolutely Incredible Kid Day. So all the agencies and all the youth are here to celebrate how wonderful our youth are. And at this moment, I'd like to announce all the nominees as well as the nominators for our Youth of the Year. Originally, we were going to be calling them on stage, but I think it would be a little tight up here. So when I call your name, please stand. Jacob Veloza and Kelly Resendiz. Danae the Youth of the Year, in which a caring adult takes time to nominate someone that they feel is worthy of this recognition. And at this time, I'd like to call Marsha Todd to share some words of wisdom.
Before I start, I would like to mention that the youth had a great deal to do with that Robert Wood Johnson Award. It's also interesting to note that there were over 160 applicants across the country, and Fall River was one of 6 that were awarded that award. So again, congratulations to Fall River, and certainly congratulations. One of 100 best cities for youth, Fall River, we all should be proud, for it takes many hands and it takes great support for the choosers to be truly wowed. And wow we did with all we provide for our youth who are part of this mission. We salute all the folks who do their part daily, which led to this great recognition. To providers, to hospitals, to neighborhood groups, to police and our firefighters too. To all agency reps and our government folks, to all businesses part of the crew. And although lots of grown-ups have helped make this happen, we're delighted to share our elation about the group highly valued by America's Promise when they first read our prize application. Big part of our winning in all that we praised, if you want to know the real truth, was not about grown-ups or agency reps. It was the outstanding work of our youth. The Youth Bill of Rights, the pharmacy ban, neighborhood cleanups, the artwork in City Hall stairs, neighborhood cleanups, shoveling snow, shows us our youth truly cares. We talk about youth as our future and the legacy we'll leave behind. For our teens, a city safe and secure, with neighbors respectful and kind. We talk about youth as our leaders to be, to impact us in years far ahead. We talk about all that adults need to do, so the future our youth will not dread. But we need to dispel all this talk about future and the role youth will play down the line. Please listen quite closely to what we say here, for today they are doing just fine. Forget all this talk about youth as our future. Just look at what they have been doing. They are stellar examples of all that has promise in all they continue pursuing. While we know they'll be here when we're all in a home, rocking away on our chairs, the point to be made is how proud we should be that they now are among our best players. Let's not say they're our future. Let's not say we'll await them. Let's not say in time they'll learn the how. Let's acknowledge these leaders and give due respect to our youth who are truly our now.
Thank you, Dr. Marsha Seuss. Now we're going to watch a brief video that Danae put together and was working up until 2:30 this afternoon. So hope you enjoy the final edits.
I come to see Direct to play basketball. It's very fun and it's like interactive.
As a teenager living in Fall River, what I enjoy the most has to be the school that I go to. There's a great athletic program, and the courses and clubs that they provide at the school really truly helps kids to be successful later on in their lives.
What I love about Fall River is the rich diversity and how many different cultures reside in this area.
I like it here in Fall River because, I enjoy looking at the battleships and going there because it reminds me a lot about history in Fall River.
What makes Fall River a great community is outlets like this that kids can go and do things and not be troublemakers outside of Fall River.
I like everything about Fall River. It's like the best place. People don't give it enough credit, but I think they should because there are so many courses offered in our school and everything, especially like others, like for example, RTC and all the other things, and they're really, really good. And also like all the diversity over here, the way people are, the way everything is set up is like perfect.
But y'all really important to stay true to yourself, cause all the other kids were hiding behind the mask. So when they took a tendency to only one in class,
All right, the next person I'd like to introduce is the AmeriCorps fellow that is working out of my building, which a lot of people know as CD Rec, and now has a new name, Greater Fall River Recreation. She's in her second year of doing service, giving back to this community. She works with what's called the PLOT program, Promised Leaders of Tomorrow, and works in the middle schools. Also works with the UMass Dartmouth program and Dr. Roy's program with the leads in the middle school. She's going to be leaving us pretty soon. She's going to be going on to grad school, so in a couple of months. But she's here tonight to talk to us about the America's Promise. So Ellen Gilliland. Ellen,
So I'm here to tell you about what the 100 Best Communities for Young People means. So I know Marcia touched upon it with her lovely piece. How many here know what the 100 Best Communities is? All right, we see some hands. The 100 Best Communities, it's an annual award presented by the America's Promise Alliance. And what it recognizes is that different communities in the entire nation are working really hard to make the lives of its youth successful, beneficial, helpful, great for their communities. And so what they do is they offer this award every year, and Fall River has been named several times. This is the second year in a row that Fall River has won. And what it does is it acknowledges that Fall River, even though it has its challenges, some unique to Fall River, some that are shared across the nation, Fall River is making great strides to decrease the dropout rate of its students, increase their ability to be successful in their communities. And it does this providing 5 promises, including a safe place, a caring adult, a healthy start, an opportunity to serve, and an effective education. So Fall River is very lucky to have been named one of the 100 best communities for the whole nation several times before. And I think it's a testament to the youth here today, and the organizations here today, and all the hard work that they've been putting in for the past several years. And it's a great recognition of everything that we've accomplished. So a round of hands to all of you.
This time I'd like Danae, a representative from People Incorporated, Family Service, to come up. Sorry. Family Service, Boys and Girls Club, the Institute, Child and Family Services, and Recreation.
America's Promise. America's Promise is dedicated to mobilizing the nation's groups and organizations in building and strengthening the character and the confidence of our youth. At the heart of America's Promise is a set of 5 basic promises made to every child in America, to point them in the right direction and to help them grow up strong and ready to take their place as a successful adult. These 5 promises must be fulfilled. Promise 1, caring adults. All children need support and guidance from caring adults in their families, at school, and their communities. These include ongoing secure relationships with parents as well as formal and informal relationships with teachers, mentors, coaches, youth volunteers, and neighbors. Caring adults are the cornerstone of a child's development, and for the other 4 promises that build success both in childhood and adulthood. Parents come first, but children also need to experience the support from caring adults in all areas of their lives. Thank you.
Telling us about safe places, and joining Emily on stage will be Recreation, YMCA, Boys and Girls Club, Fall River Public Schools for the extended day and summer program, Citizens for after-school tutoring and daycare, and United Neighbors for Peace by Peace and Violence Prevention.
Promise 2, safe places. All children need to be physically and emotionally safe wherever they are, from the actual places of families, schools, neighborhoods, and communities to the virtual places of media. They also need a healthy balance between structured, supervised activities and unstructured time. It's important for children to be safe, but safe places alone are not enough. It is equally important for children's development that these places engage them actively and constructively.
Now I'd like to call up Ryan Kennedy, who's going to be talking about Healthy Start. And joining Ryan on stage will be Partners for a Healthy Community. And that's it. Or at least that's it, who's in attendance.
3. A Healthy Start. All children need and deserve healthy bodies, healthy minds, and healthful habits. These result from regular health checkups and needed treatment, good nutrition and exercise, and healthy skills and knowledge, and good role models in physical and psychological health. With increased attention on such issues as upsurges in childhood obesity and juvenile diabetes, Americans have raised awareness of the importance of a healthy start as a critical developmental resource in a child's life.
The other agencies who were mentioned in that section were Spencer Borden for a Healthy Kids Club and Network Health for Making Healthy Fun. And now I'd like to call up Griffin Prescott to talk about marketable skills and effective education. And joining Griffin on stage will be Fall River Public Schools Resiliency Prep and Fall River Public Schools for Gateway to College.
Education. All children need the intellectual development, motivation, and skills that equip them for successful work and lifelong learning. These result from having quality learning environments, challenging expectations, and consistent guidance and mentoring. The number one predictor of whether you will be successful in life is whether you graduate from high school. In today's competitive global economy, effective education is more important than ever before.
In our final promise opportunities to help others, Jacob Veloza will be welcoming UMass Dartmouth Leads program.
Promise 5, opportunities to help others. All children need the chance to make a difference in their families, at schools, and in their communities. Knowing how to make a difference comes from having models of caring behavior, awareness of the needs of others, sense of a personal responsibility to contribute to the larger society, and opportunities volunteering, leadership, and service. Providing young people with opportunities to make a difference through service instills not only a sense of responsibility, but of possibility. Young people want to be involved in the making of the world a better place. However, far too many lack meaningful opportunities to contribute.
Person that we want to recognize. The city has, we're seeing the renaissance happening here in the city. We're seeing, as Alan mentioned, the dropout rate is dropping, the graduation rate is increasing, and that is because of the community collaboration that is going on. Not only are our teachers, teaching a lot better in the classroom, the administrators are looking elsewhere to make sure to bring in all the different community partners, because it takes a village. As Christian would always tell me, use the old African proverb, it takes a village to raise a child. And, so once again, it's a benefit with all of us working together in collaboration. Collaboration is not painful. Collaboration is something that is very joyful, because what comes out of it is success. And, so I'm proud of every single one of you here. I'm proud of all the different agencies that were recognized, because we're all collaborating for one common goal, and that is to make a better place here in the city of Fall River. Once again, we want to welcome you here to the celebration. The next person I want to recognize is a good friend of mine, a good friend of all of us. Almost 16 years to the day, was elected to become our state rep, not only for here, but also for Westport. Several years ago, he became our state senator. And, over those years, over $3 million have come to this city for youth violence prevention money. And that's just for youth violence prevention money. He's a champion for us on the Hill. He's been fighting for us. Anytime you need to call him, you can reach him on his phone. He's willing to do the constituent service that needs to happen here. He's the leader up on the Hill. He's our senator, our state senator. And on top of it, even before those 16 years, he was a community organizer. He was helping out with his community. And he realized that, he can give back more by, being a state rep. And then several years ago, he said, I can even do better, by being the state senator. He's truly a champion of youth. This is the first year we're giving this award out, and it was an easy pick to choose him. And I'd like to recognize our state senator, your state senator, that is Michael Rodrigues.
I'm going to say something. Yes, I know none of the other. I just want to. Well, first of all, thank you very, very much, and Jameson and Christian, thank you for your leadership. There's so many people that work so hard trying to bring everyone together to improve the great city of Fall River. And I think of all the initiatives that I've worked on with so many partners in this room, with my colleagues. Representative Paul Schmidt was here earlier, Representative Dave Sullivan. Now we have Representative Alan Sylvia, who has already been involved in many, many of our initiatives. But whether it's the Massachusetts Math and Science Initiative, the Extended Learning Time, the Shannon Grants, the Safe and Successful Grants, the Public Safety Staffing Grants, I can go on and on of initiatives that we have been successful in not only securing in the state budget during these very difficult fiscal times, but ensuring that those monies come home here to Fall River. And it was said best, there was a quote in one of the videos, one of my favorite quotes that I think is so true, by Hillary Clinton, that it does take a village. And when I'm looking out at what I'm seeing now, so many leaders of that village ensuring that Fall River is a great place to live and to work and to raise a family. So thank all of you, and I look forward to our continued partnership together. Thank you.
Part of the award is also a wagon, and it symbolizes that, all the 5 promises get put into that wagon. And, it takes that caring adult to kind of push that child. And I have a 2.5-year-old daughter, Emily, and she loves her red wagon. And it's just to symbolize, that, as Senator Roderick, put, is it takes all of us to work together. And it's great to have his leadership, leading everyone and working with the mayor and working even with federal delegation. Constantly, I just see him, just working and figuring out ways to improve this community. So once again, thank you, Senator, for being a champion. Right now, for the moment that we've all been waiting for, I'm going to have Christian come up to make the announcement of the 5 finalists, and then Senator Rodrigues will announce the winner. So he gets the duty of opening up the envelope.
The senator had nothing to do with choosing this, so please don't take out any animosity or any anger. But I would like to thank Lisa Lunny and Allison Fanning for helping us with this election. They served on the selection committee and once again had the unenviable task of interviewing 5 very qualified young men and women and coming up with 1 winner. So at this time, I'd like to call our 5 finalists up again that we are calling up in alphabetical order. Danae Boone. Emily Borges.
So, to all 5 of you, congratulations to all of you. I'm sure this is not the last that this community is going to see of these 5 individuals up on stages somewhere, because they've proven at their young age that they are true leaders of our community. So I thank you very, very much. Ready? Very quiet out there. And I'm honored to announce Greater Fall River Youth of the Year. Congratulations go to Danae Boone.
I didn't prepare anything because I wasn't expecting from my heart. It's just amazing to be even nominated, especially with all of them. We all know each other personally, and I love them each. And it's just an honor to be part of a community like this where youth are involved extremely, and we have the best mentors and adults around that lead us to successful lives. And I want to thank you guys for helping me be the person that I am today, and I can't wait to help younger generations do the same. Thank you.
In closing, I was sitting in the waiting room, or the green room, whatever you want to call it, as they were doing their final interview. And how the process went was the nominator had to nominate them, a caring adult, as Christian mentioned earlier, with an essay. And then they had to write an essay why they felt Fall River was one of the 100 best communities and how they're involved in the community. And then by that, the 5 finalists were chosen, and then we had to do an interview process. And they're all sitting there, and it was funny because they're all helping each other out. And they're telling each other how, how to, do the interview and not to be afraid. And it's truly amazing that they all know each other, and they're all winners. So once again, congratulations to Danae and to all of them.
I know.